call me king cause I'm that dude. That's true. Said I don't mean to brag. Let me work it out forever.
Test straight face, you remember?
They just living for the moment. We living it like we own it. Killing the comp, crushing every opponent. No, if it ain't about money, I don't condone it. Cash and plastic, still carry the chrome shit. Me and my boo coming through on some grown shit. See who I came with, know who I'm going home with. Fill your glass up, Rose Patronus. 3 is company, 4 better's a bonus. I give you the real deal, other dudes are cloning. All depending on how bad you want it. After the wheels fall off, ride the donut. Put it in the air, we stone it. Like they going man to man, we zone it. Swing it. Nothing is too much is the slogan. Nothing. They just lease, we own it. What?
Words that I live by. That's just how I do. I'm young right now, but I won't be forever. So I'ma live it up like that's true. You might wanna roll with me too. Said I don't mean to brag, but I live a life that most can only dream about. Yeah. So baby, come be my dream girl. Pick a fantasy and let me work it out. Yeah. Oh yeah. Tell me where you wanna go, what you wanna do. So we living it like we own it, own it, own it. Said I'm on top of the world. What I need is you. So we living it like we own it, own it, own it. Yeah, never too much.
Yes, that's how you start the show off with a little Jada kiss, you know?
Yeah, like we own it.
Man. Like we own it, you know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday yet again. It is noon yet again. Today is October 15th, 2024. We on episode 109. Welcome to another, 109, right? Yeah. We covering some ground out here, man. Welcome to another installment, ladies and gentlemen, to the hottest internet sensation. We speak this thing into existence. And thank you guys for, toughing it out, taking the trip and the journey with us. What up, James? James F. Masters and Masters Media with new music out. Yeah, but we here for another installment, ladies and gentlemen, of No Shortcuts with Midas and Fame. I happen to be Midas. That happens to be Fame over there. DJ Famous, Famous the DJ.
Yeah.
DJ B, Park Place Entertainment is in the house.
Happening?
Both of these fine gentlemen were former guests on our platform. Come on in, guys. And as you guys are coming in, feel free to share this on your own timeline amongst your friends.
To it.
Yeah. That was Jada Kiss and who else?
Mac Wilds. Mac Wilds. You remember? I'll take you back.
Yeah. Mac Wild.
That was Mac Wilds. That was Tristan Wilds, aka Mac Wilds. But that was that was a version that will not get muted on social media because it was an unreleased Ted Smooth remix.
Yes.
We can play it.
Yeah, we don't want to get muted or canceled.
Yeah,
Famous looks into all these copyrights and all of that. You know how it goes, guys.
That was pretty much royalty free.
Yeah, let's get that royalty free music in here. Who else is in here? Come on in, ladies and gentlemen. Come on in, rocking it all red like he got signed to death. How did you know?
Yeah. He was when they get somebody and they say that he's like they said Bow Wow was Snoop Dogg's nephew.
Yeah,
you was Suge Knight's nephew.
Yeah, he definitely. Yeah, that's me right there. I've heard the comparison before, actually, many years ago. You know what I mean? There's my mom, gold star recipient, keeping the perfect attendance. We got to do something one day. We're going to have to do, can we highlight her name or do something? We're going to have to do something. I'm going to have to just go ahead and, we're going to have to recognize her for a perfect attendance. Mom, love you. Exactly. Thank you for being here. Rob and Barbie and the Barbs are here.
What's up,
Welcome.
Robin?
Welcome. Y'all come on in.
Midas
yes, I do. I have on red. A red hat. Hey, gotta coordinate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's like the reverse Johnny Gill verse. My, put on your red.
No high heel shoes.
Yeah. It's the reverse.
Sure look
It's
good on you.
Yo,
Hey, y'all reel this guy in.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Thank y'all for joining us today. But I'm telling you, Midas is having a different kind of show today.
Based on what?
He's having it. As soon as I logged in, this dude was already he was already on it.
Yeah. Hey, no, so you're gonna force me to tell him. You're gonna force me to tell him. That's all I heard. Famous is the executive producer of this platform. And by the way, while we're speaking, guys, how do our microphone volumes? Are they balanced?
Sound good? Everybody sound preliminaries? Good? Thank y'all.
All right, but anyway, so I'm waiting on him to let me in the virtual green room, and all I hear is, do we have to continue the conversation after I told you I wasn't interested? I gotta use that, man.
Yeah,
I gotta
man.
use that.
Those marketing calls, they get real aggressive, man. He was trying to sell me something on the phone. First of all, he didn't even know who I was. He called me 3 times when I was on another call with a client. So I called back real quick and said, all right, somebody just called me from this number. He's like, oh, is this the DJ company? I said, yeah. What can I do for you? And then he was calling. It was like a California phone number. He's like, oh, I'm calling about the Kershaw Country Club. If you're interested, and I was like, nah, I'm not interested. I already know. If you're calling from California, talking about the Kershaw, the small little Kershaw Country Club, I already know what this is, right? And I said, no, I'm not interested. I've already heard about it. I'm not interested in doing that. He said, well, what have you heard? Who did you hear from before? That's when I was like, dude, I already said I'm not interested. Why is there more questions after that?
Yeah. So the moral of this story, in the words of Cat Williams, is P. Diddy be wanting to party, but you got to tell him no.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that part. That's what he tried to say.
I told you he having a different show today, man. Midas has been on one for like a whole week. I sent Midas a text the other day, and I was in the car. I was in the car with my wife. I forgot where we was going. Oh, we was going shopping. I was going to Columbia. And I sent Midas a text, and I said to my wife, I said, watch this. He about to text back 8 messages. back to back. And that's exactly what he did. He went off on some dude, and I know what's going on.
and it all leads up to what we decided to title the show today. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. We don't have a special guest for today, but we do have some topics that we want to cover. Yeah. Brian, I knew you guys gonna run away with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But so it's some things that he's been dealing with that just getting my feedback on, man. And because we've all dealt with certain situations sometimes, especially when you're trying to help others further along. Because we didn't, everybody doesn't have the luxury of having a person in place who will reach back and say, hey man, I see what you're trying to do. Let me throw you some work or put you in position for some opportunities. And when you do that, but oftentimes the person is not ready for that level of things just yet. And it may be because the inexperience, but then also there is sometimes an unwillingness to take self-examination and see, hey, what could I do better? Is it really my fault or whatever, but we'll get into that here in a little while. I don't want to fast forward. We still in the intro.
Oh yeah. We're still in the A block.
A block. Yeah. Real quick, who else is here? Let me get all of our shout outs.
Yeah, to those that are here. Talk to us.
How do you pronounce this? Polsky
Bukowski.
Yeah. Where are you from, Polsky? I've never seen your name before, but welcome.
He's on the YouTube.
Let us know where you guys are.
Just checking in live on YouTube. That's him right there. Look like he might be a rapper.
Looks like an artist of some sort. Okay, come on in, man. Welcome. We also have a community over on Facebook. No shortcuts. : the community. So go check us out over there. Join. Look around. I think we are at almost 750 members in our Facebook community now. So We're growing
and
slowly
also,
but surely.
I checked it this morning, man. Polsky, if you just hit that subscribe button on the YouTube, you will be subscriber 100. You will be
Really?
subscriber. Yeah, we were sitting at 99 this morning. So come on, hit that sub. Hit that sub. You'll be number 100 if you haven't already subscribed.
Yeah.
And you might get no shortcuts to T-shirt.
Yeah, just might. You never know. And then it was like a month or so ago when we were saying we needed the last little bit. I think it was 10 or 15 or so. Mm-hmm. So about a month is here. So now we finally hitting that goal, man. Hey, Polsky, if you hit it, will it tell you if we got 100 when he hits it? No pressure. No pressure at all.
I may not get an instant notification, but we'll check him out.
We'll hit the air horn on good faith. Let's hit the air horn. Everybody make some applause. I'm going to make some applause. And we're going to welcome our 100th subscriber. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Episode 109. We've been at this thing. We're on year number 3, ladies and gentlemen, and we've been having a ball. Oftentimes, Famous and I started this platform just to share our stories in hopes to encourage others that have a dream or a passion to give them motivation and inspiration to pursue it. We believe everybody has a God-given gift or talent or skill set, but we also would like to encourage you guys to take it to the next level and turn your passion into your career. Oh, you're from Poland. How did you hear about the show, my guy?
He might have just caught us live. He might have been just surfing the live YouTube feeds and he hit the sub. Yes. Yeah. Appreciate that. Robin said that she had to resubscribe this morning. What's up with that? I don't know, Robin.
No, you must have accidentally unsubscribed or something,
Yeah.
Or are you using the same account? I'm not sure what could be the varying factor in that, but sometimes technology has a mind. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Polsky. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. But sometimes this technology has a mind of its own, and like sometimes you got friends on Facebook, and then sometimes I thought we were already friends. I didn't do nothing different. You know what I mean? I didn't do nothing different. We had to resubscribe to a few friends along the way.
Go check in on somebody, and it says add friend.
Yeah. And don't send any pokes.
Oh, please don't. Come on now. I think we stopped that decades ago.
Yes. I don't think I ever used that function.
So James says opportunities are good, but I'm wholeheartedly against false opportunities. Tell me about a false opportunity, James.
Yeah, we're just here to chat with you guys today.
Yeah, tell me what you mean. While you get that ready, James, I want to hear about Midas. What you do this week, man?
Oh yeah, man. Okay,
Birthday
so we
boy.
Left here.
OVO.
Yeah, we. I'm praying you forget to say that, attach that.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. I'm gonna stand firm in my belief system. But nonetheless, let's see. Since we left here Tuesday, I on air, I was just throwing it out there to my family that was here. Let's get together and do something. So I salute all of them on short notice. I had dinner back at home in Sherrard, South Carolina, with my mom, dad, brother, sister, sister-in-law, sister-in-love, I should say, a nephew. One of my nephews wasn't able to make it, my niece and my son and my Aunt Flo. And I hope I'm not forgetting anybody that was there, but we had a nice little family dinner, man. And it was great because we all hugging and everything. And because we don't all get to see each other as often as we would like. And then so the lady who was serving our table was just like, oh, everybody's hugging. This is so. I said, well, you want a hug? I'll give you a hug too. You don't want to leave anybody out of the warmth,
Serving him up.
Yeah, man. You don't want to just be a bystander and a bunch of hugging is going on. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny. So, let me extend a hug to this lady also. But nonetheless, man, we had a good dinner. Shout out to my family for the love and love offerings and cars and things like that. And it was just real quick dinner, and I'm right back. But I told my sister, because she was so excited. I don't, for lack of a better word, that I wanted to do that. And I was like, there's no place I'd rather be. Actually, on a Wednesday, my birthday, especially as you get older, man. I mean, your family is very important, and I knew like I could always see my friends on later on in the week. But on the actual birthday, I wanted to be around my family, man. So big shout outs to them. Let's see. Thursday, I had a choir rehearsal at church. Friday, we had our gentleman. There's my brother, former guest of the show. Yeah, Smooth Sales in the house.
Yeah.
And what's up, Matt?
People.
Love you, man.
Shout out to the tribal people.
Juan is here. Yeah, Juan is here.
Juan?
Yeah. And so we had our bosses and kings get together Friday, for a few of my bandmates. And, I had invited you and Juan and a couple other guys who I click-clack with around here locally. And everybody wasn't able to make it, but for those that were able to make it, man, had a little dinner together, break a little bread, little fellowship amongst the guys, so to speak. And that was really cool, man. And let's see, Saturday I was in Radford. I was about to say North Carolina, Radford, Virginia. Yeah, with the chairman of the board and the executives. And that particular concert was rescheduled twice over the course of the summer. It was a weather issue. The first time we're gonna play, had to pick another date. The second time we're gonna play, got to pick another date due to the weather. But we finally were able to do it. It was the last one of their concert series. This outdoor concert series are gonna be slowly but surely coming to a close by the end of this month, going into November, which brings me to the point that it is getting chilly and nippy this morning.
Yeah, man.
Around here was
go outside today.
Yeah, it was 45. I had to start the vehicle up this morning with the, let's get it heated up before we go outside,
Yeah.
So that was the first one of those this year. My son hitting the seat warmers and all that stuff, So
yeah,
I ain't hitting the seat warmers yet.
I had a lot of stuff I was supposed to be doing today. I was gonna go out and wash the vehicles and do some outdoor stuff after being away all weekend.
Yeah.
And I went outside about 10:30. Well, I went to walk the kids to school early, but when I went back outside about 10:30 this morning, I did that thing. I was like,
yeah,
went right back in the crib, man. It was too cold. I ain't feel like doing
chilly.
No outdoor work. Outdoor work.
It's a little and I think it's gonna be like that all week in the highs, like in the 60s around here. Where we are. So, but fall is among us. Halloween is almost here. I tried pumpkin spice coffee creamer, and I actually, let me see what all, because I never tried any pumpkin spice anything. So I haven't either. I liked it. So I figured I'd start there.
I saw some pumpkin spice little donuts in the store the other day, and I was tempted to get them, but I was same as you. I've never had any pumpkin spice, so I didn't know if I was going to like it. I ain't want to put $2 on it.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it, man.
All right, so we're making the connection here. My man Polsky is Dominic Levinsky, right? He put his government name on there.
Okay.
Boom. Now it's making sense, ain't it?
Okay, yeah. So he was a Juan Velasquez. Yeah, travel people. Yeah. Gave me his information. I've been sending him some stuff back and forth. Okay, yeah. His potential guests to come on our platform. And thank you, Juan, and all the rest of you guys, who think enough of our platform to say, hey, here's somebody that you guys might be interested in. Because that helps us out a lot from week to week between shows and the hustling and bustling that we individually have to do. And sometimes we don't always have a opportunity to catch the fishing rod. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. So thank you guys who do that sort of thing for us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Really
absolutely,
appreciate it.
Absolutely. And speaking of Juan and the travel people, he is representing at doing another fundraising event, right?
Okay.
November 1st, Day of the Dead celebration at Untamed Waters.
Okay, that's a Friday, I believe.
Untamed Waters up there. Yeah, it's a Friday. I'm gonna put it back on the screen. Sponsored by Carolina Outdoor Clothing, and the proceeds benefit the Havens Men's Shelter. So y'all come out and support that if you're in the Fort Mill area on November 1st at noon. There'll be bands, music, and more.
And how long is it going on that Friday?
Yeah,
did it say?
To what? It didn't say, but yeah,
12
to
okay.
what?
Probably
12 to what,
until
12
dash. Until we get all these bands,
that's play. That's why you're wearing red today. After that pumpkin spice, you're trying to stay hard, Paul.
Yeah. I should have just went with more orange. I'll do that maybe
gangster.
next. Yeah, I'm gonna save the orange for whatever Halloween episode we do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know.
Oh, I already know. I already know what we're gonna do for the Halloween episode. I know what I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I only
You gonna
have
put
one. Yeah, I only have
that
one
marshmallow
Halloween.
head
Yeah.
thing on?
That's the only thing I have. That's every year.
Yeah, I remember we did that wedding a couple years back. It was on Halloween.
It was on Halloween.
You know?
Yeah, that's
I
the only
remember.
Halloween gear I have. So I'm gonna whip it back out this year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, as you should.
Yeah,
as
he says it's all day. Juan says it's all day November 1st. All day
Oh,
November
okay,
1st.
okay. Because I was
That's
just
cool.
discussing something about that Saturday, which I'm not sure yet if it's going to work, but I believe I have that Friday open. So as of now, so I'll keep that in mind as we progress, because I try to come out and support you guys within reach when I can, and especially those who support us so tremendously week after week. And Juan, even in his own lives, I try to catch those. He's always shouting us out where he's going to be at 12 noon on a Tuesday. It's going up on a Tuesday.
It's going up on a Tuesday. So yeah, I have a wedding on the 1st in Charleston. Yeah, I'll be in Charleston on the 1st. So unfortunately, I won't be able to make that. But I'm going to get up there soon, man. Sorry I couldn't make it on Friday too, man. That sounded like it would have been a dope night, but I ended up not being freed up here in Kershaw until after like 8:30 that night. So I was like, oh man, that's just
then it would have been like an hour drive, So yeah. But
exactly.
again, just like Wednesday, trying to put a little something together for Friday was kind of last minute as well. So we understand, you know what I mean? So can't make everything, can't be everywhere at all the time. So for those that could make it, just break a little bread and little guys get together sort of thing, have some dinner and early night, man, because we not spring chickens like we used to be.
That's true. That's what I was telling my wife that once we got to the point of the night where I knew I wasn't gonna be able to make it, I was like, man, it would have been cool. It was gonna be an early night anyway, but I even told her, I was like, maybe I'm gonna try and catch up with you, during the week one night where you're free and I can kind of get up there for like 5, 6, 7 o'clock or something like that during the week, and we'll get it up then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll keep an eye on the schedule as we go, week to week, and I know where I'm gonna find you on Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll figure it out.
I'm gonna put this on the screen real quick because Juan just sent this over.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, he was representing. Yeah. I don't know if the Reds I don't know if the red gang that Midas is representing and the green gang, y'all got beef or what?
Or gang green. Nice one. Was that on one of the cruises? One of the trip vacations?
Yeah. Juan was representing. Okay. He was representing.
Yeah.
So yeah, happy birthday to the boy, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you had a great week and a great weekend, man. And we back at it. I don't remember. On Saturday I had we had 2 weddings. We had 2 weddings Saturday.
Okay.
I was personally at Pleasant Grove up in Charlotte, which I actually did 3 weddings there in the past 8 days. So I've been there. Wow. I've been there a lot. One of my home places. Though. Yeah, and then we'll be there back next Saturday. I won't be there, but one of my DJs will be there next Saturday. But I was at Pleasant Grove Farm. It was a nice, beautiful wedding. I was with DJ Nick's because this couple wanted DJ and karaoke at their wedding, right? So they booked me like a year ago, and they told me about it. I was like, yeah, I have a karaoke DJ. I don't do karaoke, but I do have a karaoke DJ. Yeah. And I was just gonna let Nick do the whole thing, but then they ended up adding like the sparklers, they added the clouds, they had a lot of extras, the photo booth. So I was like, I'm just gonna go too, and then pass it off to Nick when it gets to that point of the night. Yeah. So I did the wedding ceremony, I did the first half of the reception up until about 8:30. That's when they wanted to start the karaoke. She was like, oh yeah, we're all huge karaoke fans. And I was thinking, okay, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. But it's a good thing I did because from 8:30 until 10 o'clock, they went all karaoke, like back to back to back to back. Like we had them signing up early, like let them know who wants to sing, what song you want to sing, so Nick can put it in the queue and all that. He had the screen with the words and all that on it. Okay. So shout out to DJ Nick. He handled that. And then while they were doing that, I started packing up stuff that we weren't using anymore. So I was trying to get out of there as quick as possible once 10 o'clock hit. So it was a pretty easy night. They enjoyed themselves. And then my man DJ Trey J, Josh, was here in Jefferson, South Carolina, doing one for us at Bell's Venue, and that went off pretty good. And then I had a wedding yesterday. I was in Johns Island a Monday wedding, man. Yeah, I was in Johns Island, and it was nice, low key. It started at like 3:30. I was texting Brian, actually. He didn't even know I was at a wedding because I was texting him. That's how available I was. I was texting Brian yesterday afternoon while I was at the wedding. I was talking to you on the way to the wedding, but it ended about, I was out of there at 8 o'clock because it was just low key, very small, intimate. They danced for about 30 minutes, and it was such a nice evening outside. Everybody was kind of mingling outside for a bit, came back in, danced a little bit more, and then they just started doing, saying their goodbyes. I had a lot of older guests. People got somewhere to go on Tuesdays,
Yeah,
So
back to
8
work.
o'clock,
Oh, because yesterday was a holiday. So these folks must have been in banking.
Right.
I was about to go to the bank yesterday, too. Yeah. I said, oh, it's a holiday.
Yeah, so they was off.
Yeah.
So, then I was back home pretty early, man. So I appreciated that. And here we are.
Yeah. And before we proceed, I also wanted to say I think I've caught up on Facebook and everything. Everybody that wished me a happy birthday, I at least tried to click. I can't say thank you. I can't type it. I'll be there till next year. But I at least try to click a heart on everybody and then try to type one in the comments, say thank you everybody. And I made a post. So at least acknowledge you all. If I missed you, I'm sorry, but to my knowledge, I think I'm all caught up now. All right, I just wanted to say that.
It's all right. It's going on all month long.
Okay.
All month long we celebrate. Yeah, I agree. Brian says, Juan, you need to set us up a no shortcuts cruise. I think I can agree with that. But it's just got to be like, where can we go in January where we're not working?
No clue. That was the one to figure it out for us.
Where can we leave from Charleston in January and go?
Where
everybody's not working. I'll be down for that. I'll be down for that for sure. I like to get on another cruise for sure. I like to get on another cruise.
Yeah, the one we were supposed to do with the chairman of the board this year, this month actually, it kind of fell through the cracks just based on the communication with the promoter. I think it wasn't consistent enough or affluent enough, whatever the case, where it just left things like, it may hold off.
Yeah,
and I don't make the decisions. They trickle down.
Right. You just fill up the calendar spot.
That's it, man. Oh, scratch that off. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll replace it with something else.
Juan is down. He's saying we're getting on Virgin Voyages together. Let's do it.
Road trip. All right.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Man. If they come out of Charleston, I'm on it. We got to go to Florida for that, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure whatever the case, he can put it together. And ladies and gentlemen, while we're talking about it, if you are in need of a vacation or a cruise, whatever the case, please contact Mr. Juan Velasquez of the Cruise Planners, also the Travel People podcast, also produced by Famous the DJ.
Hey,
and they get you squared away.
We'll get you squared away. James says that it's been 30s. It's been 30s at night and first thing in the morning. Yeah, that's cold, James. That's Canada, man.
Yeah, got to bring the plants in. I remember my mother. Shout out to my mom. Some of them nights where the frost is coming, and growing up, she had a few plants that would stay outside and whatever. But it gets to a certain point where you got to bring the plants inside.
My wife does that now. We do that every year. We get ready to start bringing the plants in again.
Man, they water them in the house, and that was part of our chores growing up. Had to water them plants, man. Got to get a proper treatment and nourishment daily.
That's right. Yeah. So I'm gonna go back to that comment from earlier when he was talking about the false opportunities.
Did he ever say what he was referring to?
Circumstances come along before where my time and efforts were wasted for something that never was. Yes, that's a good topic, man. That's
what segue us into the Chick-fil-A dreams with the these attitudes.
Yeah, because I mean, it happens a lot of times. People want you to donate your services or donate your time for something, and it's supposed like I'm assuming, and maybe this ain't what happened, James, but this has happened to us or to me, where they promise if you do this, it's going to turn into something else. Oh yeah, if you do this one, then we're gonna put you on the list, and we're gonna make sure you get some more. We're gonna send your info out to everybody.
Yeah,
and then there's crickets. Crickets. You ain't heard nothing from nobody after that.
yeah. You got to see some results.
Yeah,
you got to see some results.
Exactly.
But that happens.
It happens. It happens for sure. Now, I think we kind of got to a spot where we really start to get more picky about things that we're going to do. If it's going to be called a donation, or how much time is involved, or if it really would, if we're doing it just off the love, or if you're telling me, oh, shoot me this look and I'm going to make sure I look out for you later. I got to look at your business and look at your situation to see if you're able to come through on that. Like, or are you in the type of situation, or is your clientele the type of clientele that would be able to follow and be able to contribute something to that later on? If I do this for you right now, are you able to do something later that so my time isn't wasted? You know what I'm saying? Or the opportunities never really come like that. So it's tricky, man. It's tricky, Bill.
Promises sometimes.
We were young and hungry. Oh
yeah,
man,
and I think early on it's unavoidable. Because you have to be smartened up to it. You know what I mean? And I think oftentimes, when you're a certain type of personality, you want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt sometimes, Right. So with you learn these things early in the game, usually as far as it pertains to your business or your craft, and then you after you're smartened up to it, you make adjustments so you can avoid that in the future. I remember one time. Used to, even before chairman of the board, and I always Mellow Groove is we're almost about to celebrate 20 years, but helping other bands in between sitting in. And it was a case where the pay would always be like, what do you say? It might be okay. When they ask you, they might say, we agree on no, actually they would just ask me to come play. And then they would just hand me whatever, at the end of the night. So I'm like, all right, well, what I'm going to start doing is when you call me to ask me to play, what is it paying? What are you offering me? Right. So I know what to expect, because if I go into this doing without knowing a figure, then you can just give me anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We didn't agree on anything. Yeah.
We didn't agree on anything. Yeah. So, and that wasn't really like a situation of me getting burned or anything like that, but just smartening up to possibility of any games being played. Like, let me, while we on the phone, okay, I'm free such and such day. Yeah, what's it paying? Let me write it down. I'm writing it in my calendar. You know what I mean? So I gotta hold you to that, because I'm not a member of that outfit. You're asking me to sit in with you guys. You know what I mean? Raj, what's up, man? I hope I say your name correctly. Member of the community.
Come to Cali to beat that cold. Yeah, man. Nice out there.
We might have to. Yeah, get Lim together, get Davi, Shelly Verdine. Who else out there? Rhonda be out there.
The Cali wing of No Shortcuts.
yeah. And whoever else I'm not thinking of right off the top of my head out there in California. Who my man Doomy, who did the graphics for the video I did, for the music I did for LA Lim. Yeah, all of those guys out there. Yep.
That low key insults along the way. Yo, yeah, I know what you're saying, James.
James is on it.
He's on it. So, and I kind of the wedding I did last night, I was with Amy from Julie Events, right? Amy and Julia. And
shout out to them.
What up, Mr. B? Brandon Stevens joining us.
Brandon Stevens, Mellow Groove in the house, former guest of our platform. Yeah.
Bob says, you got to get that contract, get it in writing, get the pay in writing for sure.
Yeah, that was early on though. Yeah, but we, you know what I mean. Yeah. We go through it though.
So I was talking to Amy yesterday about some of the things that's been going on, and she couldn't remember who the person was. She was like, which one was that? And I refreshed her memory, and she was like, oh yeah, I did a wedding with one time, and he was the one that was talking junk about you. That's what she said. That's what she just said yesterday.
And she has no reason to lie.
She remembered that, and At the time, he didn't realize that what my relationship with her was like, that's the
yeah.
homie, you know what I'm saying? She was like, he didn't know who he was talking to, but he was talking about you, like you didn't give him this and you didn't give him that and all this kind of stuff. And I said, and here we are a year and a half later having that same conversation about how I didn't do something, but every other person that works with you is fine. Like every other DJ that works for me is fine, and they get what they need, but you're the only one that don't get something supposedly that you need, and you're not prepared for the work at all. It happens every time.
Never accepting the blame, right? Never accepting the blame, always spinning it to somebody else. And although the person shall remain nameless, we both know the guy. Yeah. So oftentimes it's like just like everybody's fault. Nobody's treating me right. Yeah. You know what I mean? They asked me to play this kind of music. So when I played this kind of music, they got mad at me. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's always a problem.
It's always a problem. But it's a mentality thing, man. And we were talking about we just, playing around with the Chick-fil-A McDonald's situation. It don't matter what Chick-fil-A you go to. That's what we was talking about yesterday in our pre-production. What became our pre-production.
Oh yeah, we did a show yesterday on the phone for 45 minutes.
The whole show. No matter what Chick-fil-A you go to, you get like the nicest people. They're always, accountable. Even if they mess something up, they're not perfect. But if something gets messed up, oh, my bad, I'll take care of you this way. You want some ice cream? Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? They're not saying, sometimes it's on my end. I forgot to order the chocolate chip cookie, and then it's not in the bag. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry about that. Here's your cookie. And then I realized it wasn't even on my order. That's why I didn't get the cookie. Oh, I forgot to, you know what I'm saying? But they still take it. They make sure you're good. And just, you can tell by however they're hiring people, they have standards. Absolutely. And they're making sure they stick to those standards. And some people, and we're just making the analogy to be in entertainment or in any other type of business, some people shouldn't, some people are more suitable to work for another company. Yeah, they're more suitable for a Subway or a McDonald's. And nothing against McDonald's. I was there last night.
No. Yeah. We love people. If you're an employee, we're not, we're not disrespecting. We're just making a comparison.
We know
these places, so
yeah, we know that the people that work there and the people that work here are different. We know that the management structure is different. We know that
the expectation is different.
The expectation is different. Some places they got to do a whole lot more work to get employees. In some places they don't ever seem to have staffing problems. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a whole different thing. And when I worked in retail and I was a manager, I tried to make sure, not in the beginning, but in my later years, I tried to make sure my store was staffed with other managers. You know what I'm saying? Like other people who could run their own stores. And a lot of my employees now either have their own business, because a lot of kids that was in college have their own businesses, or they are running other stores now. They have gone to be managers because that's just what was already in them. And that's how I like it to be. I like it to be, I don't, take me out, it's still running, you know what I'm saying? Just like it would be if I was there. And that comes with like being accountable and people owning, taking ownership of their part of the business, not just, being very myopic. And I think that kind of translates to other businesses as well. Whenever you're going to have contractors or other people that you're depending on to help you do a job, and in the music business, in the band, if Brandon is singing and Brandon is organizing gigs and getting gigs, and he's the only one doing all of that part of it, just hypothetically, if that was the case, and then Midas is just showing up and doing the gig, and Midas has no interest in, what Brandon is doing to obtain that gig and to establish those relationships, Midas just comes in. I'm gonna play my keys. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Brandon be on
Yeah.
that beat. You know what I'm saying? That's just not. I don't know what Brandon be on. You know what I'm saying? That's just not. It's not. It's not gonna make a cohesive situation. You know, we need everybody to be as if they were owning this. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm getting paid good to do this gig right now. I need to make sure I get it right, because if I was just getting the gig on myself just to play keyboards, like a single keyboard player is not going to get what a full band, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man. Exactly. And you know, and that just helps lighten the load. You know, we share loads of booking, because even with that comes a lot of communication from client, and then you got to relay all the information. I was just talking with them last night, and we got and for those that have a band, start your group text thread. You know what I mean? Oh, he said, you know who it is? Not this one. This might be another one. But you know, and then too, like, you know, even myself, you know, if there's instances where a smaller gig, and I got my stuff already packed, I'm gonna go help whoever else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why should I just be packed up and watching you pack when I can help you carry a few things to your car? And that's how you do it, man. You know, it's sharing the load. You know, where's Brian say, Chick-fil-A, you can always get milkshake, ice cream. That is so true.
Yo, why do my kids know that? My kids are 10 and 8 years old.
Man, it's a meme.
And they
it's
know
a meme.
that McDonald's ice cream ain't working.
Yeah. It's like anything that gets turned into a meme. My son is 11. He probably started saying that when he was around 7 or 8 about just like
so
McDonald's.
My man is like the McDonald's ice cream machine. Something's always broke. Something is always broken, ain't it?
You can take that one of two ways or both ways. I don't know.
Something's always broken, but what's Bob say about production? Bob says production on Robbie Love 24/7 is up for Grammy nomination. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And Bodge, if you have any links, any of you guys have any links where you want to drop your page or whatever in the chat, please feel free to do so. Please feel free to follow each other on different social media sites. Follow, you know, keep up with each other's website addresses and all of that good stuff. That we're all about networking here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We're having a good time today. I mean, it's all in love and jokes, but I just feel like, and you guys know, because I see how you work. I see how Brandon and Vince, how all you guys do. Shout out to Vince, by the way. He's doing the wedding with me this Saturday. He's doing the wedding with me this Saturday. But I see how you guys roll, man. And anytime, especially, you know, anytime you do something with somebody else or you sit in with another band, I see, shout out to so-and-so for the gig, for looking out and for hooking us up with this, whatever. I just feel like that's just good business, man. That's just good business. And if you're just not a social media type person, and that's cool, and you don't do that at all, that's fine. But if you're going to post anything, and I learned this when I was doing DJs, I was doing weddings for Sound Extreme back in Asheville. Whenever I posted anything on my page from that wedding, I would tag Sound Extreme in it. Just say, because it's technically Sound Extreme's customer. You know what I'm saying? Sound Extreme acquired this customer, gave it to me to do the job under their label, you know? So I would tag Sound Extreme. Shout out, you know, Sound Extreme, whatever. So I would think that's just how people would roll.
Yeah.
And then when people don't do that, I'm like, all right, that's just, you know, it's cool. I mean, some of them videos look like trash anyway, so I don't really want them on my page, so it's cool. But then but I'm not the one paying for this gig, but I'm the one that told the person paying for this gig that you the guy for the gig. Then you do that one and you tagging them all in it, like, yo, my man gave it. I was like, what?
Yeah. But at least tag the person who gave you the work. If you're gonna tag anybody, tag the person, give them a shout out, because that keeps their name
it just
out
shows
there
appreciation. Yeah. I just start to feel like obviously there's some kind of disconnection there. Like there's no appreciation, and if what I do is not appreciated, then it's cool. I mean, if you want to go out and do 250 gigs, then you can do, you know, but
Yeah, and also too, while we're comparing Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
and McDonald's or Mickey D's as we say, but the expectation part. When
Yeah.
you go into McDonald's, you don't really have any expectations as far as the greeting is
Yeah.
concerned. You don't have any expectation as far as what type of attitude
Yeah.
you're about to deal with. And you may not even have an expectation about the food.
Mm-hmm.
You go into Chick-fil-A, you expect them to, hi.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And just even in the drive-through, this and that, man. I mean, the interviewing process must be
Yeah.
immaculate, and they must drill home in training. Like, okay, we're gonna be polite and courteous to everyone that comes into our
Mm-hmm.
establishment. I've never been to Chick-fil-A and heard first of all, seen an employee that wasn't smiling or pleasant,
Mm-hmm.
and I've never heard one of them be complaining about anything.
Never seen their shirts untucked or anything. You know what I'm
No,
saying? They're always on point. And the thing is,
glad to
like, if
be
you
here.
get something from McDonald's and you get a bad fries or a bad burger, you're not really surprised by it. You're just like, oh man, this burger was trash today, or their fries was cold today, or whatever it was. If you get something bad at Chick-fil-A, you be like, yo, it's chicken. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just so rare. It's a bigger surprise.
Right,
and
absolutely.
that's what we should all be striving for, because there's going to be times where you mess up. Something's going to go wrong, but it should be so rare that that's not going to end your relationship, because now Chick-fil-A has done so much good as far as the quality of their stuff. If I get an order wrong one day, then it's not going to stop me from going there, because I know that was a bad day. They just messed up something, whatever. They take accountability for it, but
and they're going to make it right.
You have to be able to make it right. But if you just start off from the bad, you don't have any chance to win that customer back, and you just keep on going and digging yourself in that deeper hole, then you might lose them forever, man. And we don't want to lose customers forever. We want to have the opportunity to make it right, because it was a one-off. Whatever happened was a one-off. I said the wrong name one time. I mispronounced people. Just this past Saturday, I kept calling the lady. Her maiden name was Galas, and we've never discussed it. But I said Gallus, and I said it twice. The second time, one of her relatives came up and said it's Galas. Right?
Okay.
And and it wasn't a big deal, because they were rocking and having a good time.
Two L's in it. We were taught in school, two consonants make the short vowel sound.
But it was just one. It was Galas, and I said Gallus twice, and then it was Galas, and I was like, okay, my bad. But that was, if you make a mistake here or there, it's fine. It's fine. Just own it. Just own it and keep it moving. And then when I did it again, I didn't even have to say the name anymore for the rest of the night, but I did it on purpose just so I could say it the right way, so they can hear it the right way. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to own your mistakes. Hey, Bridget.
Yeah. Welcome.
Own your mistake and move on from it. And then just, rock your gig or rock your project from that point on.
Yeah. And don't complain to your client, right? That you would rather be doing something like I could have been such and such and such when I'm here. I only got a couple hours of sleep. Don't do that.
I worked the 8-hour shift, and now I came here, and it's just not good business.
Just do your job. Be professional, man. Again, this all ties in with our title for today's show, which is Chick-fil-A Dreams with the Mickey D's attitude. So what do you strive to be? What's your level of standard, integrity wise, and what type of experience do you want to give people? And especially if you do something like music, I don't see how you can perform, whether you're a DJ, a musician, or artist. I don't see how you can perform and not be pleasant. That doesn't make sense to me. I have some of me performing music, whether it's instrumental or just on the microphone, whatever, having some of the best times. And that's infectious. That's infectious to those who are in attendance. But if I'm the entertainment for the night and I'm looking grumpy and I'm complaining, I'd rather be out. I gotta miss this. I was telling Famous yesterday on the phone, you ain't really made it in entertainment till you working on holidays. You know how many 4th of July family vacations I've missed since I've been with the chairman of the board? If you are on a certain level of entertainment, you are working when everybody else is free anyway.
Exactly.
And that's just part of there's no way around that. Because when people are on vacation and they don't have a holiday, whatever, they want some music, they want some food, they want some beverage, whatever. And if you're on any type of level of being an entertainer, you're going to miss some things. So don't tell your client, you know what I mean?
Even just not anybody that no one should hear it, not just the client, but nobody in earshot. That should be just an inside voice. Keep your smile on your face. And I mean, like you said, we've all been there, man. I've told the story on this show before where I took a gig on Mother's Day a couple years ago, not realizing that date was Mother's Day because it's just not one of those static dates, you know what I'm saying? And then I've realized, oh man, that was Mother's Day. And then I end up having to do a wedding on Mother's Day. I mean, I've done them on 4th of July. I've done them on all my kids' birthdays at some point. You know what I'm saying? It's happened. You know, my first set of kids, their birthday is Memorial Day weekend every year. So I used to have to make them decisions. But if I decided to do it, then you got to follow through and you just got to swallow it. Nobody should hear from the time you get on the property, nobody should hear about whatever else you're missing in order to be there or what your day, you know, they just, it's not that kind of vibe, man. It's celebrations, you know, people trying to have a good time, whether it be a wedding or a party or a festival like you guys, you know, people there to have a good time. They're not there to be brought down, you know, so you just got to swallow it, put that smile on.
And I don't know how you speak bad about a person who gives you an opportunity. So you got to catch me up on that part of it, you know.
It's just a matter of not wanting to take responsibility when you make a mistake about something. So then your quick thing is to say they didn't.
Right, the hand that
I didn't know that part. I didn't know that part because I wasn't told. But then when I say, "Well, how come you didn't do this?" Then to the other person, "Oh, they didn't. You know, they didn't do that right. They didn't tell me."
And you forever be at Mckie D's.
You're fair. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then I took my Chick-fil-A dreams Famous.
Hey,
I'm gonna make mine a little reality today for lunch.
Go.
You know what I mean?
There you go. Keeping it on brand.
Y'all have some.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. You got me once. That's why you were red.
Coincidental, man. But hey, it's all a subconscious thing. When you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
That's rapper brain right there. The bag.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. But that was it, man. We was just having some fun today. Just you know, the beginning of Law and Order, where it says this is not to be interpreted as a real thing or whatever. Yeah. It's just loosely based on. Yeah. You know, the names have been protected to protect the innocent.
For now.
For now. Yeah. You do one more thing on that internet though.
You got one more time.
You got one more time on this internet. It's why Facebook shouldn't be free for everybody, man. We gotta put Facebook behind the paywall.
Yeah. Bridget, you can have some. I'm gonna say you the corner. That's where the flavor rests at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Now this is fun, man. And we just wanted to chat with you guys just off the things we had been experiencing and talking about the last week or two. Again, there was no guest planned for today, but we knew this was a topic that was relatable to everyone based on the comparison and based on experience, the analogy comparison of the two establishments, and based on experiences you may have been through. You know what I mean? And as it pertains to your own journey. So let's thanks, Bridget. Bridget's cool. I know Bridget. Thank you for joining us. I don't know if this is your first time here, but thank you for joining us. I try to make sure I send the link around to you guys week to week, you know, but definitely strive for Chick-fil-A standards and everything you're doing. With that being said, just have a sense of pride, sense of integrity, especially if you're representing yourself as a business, or even more so if you're representing somebody else's business. Somebody gave you an opportunity, and like, because their face is on that, right? So they're looking for you to uphold their own standard. Yeah, Brandon, we're gonna keep you in the loop.
Addresses too.
Yeah, but just do your best, ladies and gentlemen. And if you make a mistake or there's room for improvement, don't be afraid to accept the accountability. Especially if the critiques are coming from whoever hired you, whether it be the person who slid you the opportunity or the person who's there on site. Because if again, and we were talking about it, even after the gig was finished, if somebody put me on to something, I'm gonna call you after I get done and just say, hey man, everything was great, thank you, but this person don't even do that part.
Don't even do that.
So
don't even do that.
If you want opportunities, man, you got to carry yourself as though how you want others to handle you. So
absolutely.
Yeah, Bosh, thank you. Hey
man,
Bosh, post if there's a link or something or anything we can help vote on, man, for your Grammy nomination. Post it in our community, please, or any information. I love to do a little read up, man, and about the music that you have that's being nominated for a Grammy, man. That's outstanding. Can we hit the horn for him one time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, match. You got to match energy, man.
Match the energy. I got a hard stop. I got another call at 1:00. I got to jump on. Next week, we will have DJ B as a guest host. He will be on with us for the show. Brian Park of Park Place will be guest hosting with us next week. So make sure y'all tune in at noon next Tuesday, man.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to slide out of here so Famous can be on time for his next appointment. But we thank you all for joining us again, episode 109. I'm going to go have some Chick-fil-A dreams, like I said.
That's right.
And I'll speak about saving y'all some. But we'll get back together next week, ladies and gentlemen, next Tuesday, noon, Eastern Standard Time. Share this around.
Remember how Robin Leach used to close them out? Champagne wishes and caviar dreams.
With that being said, I think we out of here. Peace, y'all.
Peace.